Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about the show Superman and Lois, and I'm going to be doing a review slash just my thoughts on the first episode. Not really so much a review because I'm not going to be going through the exact the entire episode, but I did want to talk about it. So I watched it. It comes on CW, and I think it's also available on Apple TV. It might be available on another platform as well, but I watched it on the CW app. And basically, okay, so my first thoughts are, it is a good show. It's like a movie-esque type show, very, very dramatic, which falls right in line with all the Superman shows that I've seen. All I want to say about this show is that I feel like they didn't take the time to make it lighthearted enough, if that makes sense. Like, people need to laugh a little bit, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody's always grumpy, always a Grinch, always serious, and I feel like that's kind of how the show was. But yeah, so let's start at the beginning. So he goes through the whole little spiel of what happened when he was younger, how he got to the planet. We all know this history, right? He got to the planet, his parents took him in, they raised him. They actually didn't go into him and Lana's history. Don't know if that'll be later episodes because I'm only on episode 1. But he goes through high school, graduates, goes to the Daily Planet in Metropolis, meets Lois Lane, they fall in love, and they have a family, and they have 2 boys. The boys named, I think, are Jordan, and the other one is Jonathan, which is named after his father. And Jonathan is like the good one, the star, you know, he does everything that would make a parent proud. He's good in school. He just got like the starting quarterback position where he's at in one of the most competitive high schools in the, I don't know if they said in the country, but definitely in that area that they're in, like in Metropolis. So episode starts off and Clark gets a call from his mom. His mom's like, something. You get the idea or the feeling that she's not well. And the next day he misses a call from his mom. Well, let's backtrack, shall we? So he goes and talks to his son. The good son, Jonathan, is talking to a girl, but he tells his dad the good news, like, hey, I got on the football team, I'm starting quarterback, da da da. And then he goes and talks to Jordan, who has the music up loud. He's also a bit upset that his dad missed a therapy session because they've been having trouble with Jonathan because, or Jordan, I'm sorry. They've been having trouble with Jordan because he has social anxiety. And yeah, so Clark missed that session because obviously he's out saving the world as Superman. What I did not like about the show's actual name is, why do they call it Superman and Lois? I was like, y'all couldn't think of anything else? I was thinking to myself, like, y'all couldn't think of anything else. Y'all had to go with Superman and Lois. I'm not here for it, but it's whatever. I also didn't like the lead characters that they picked, to be honest with you. I know that they kind of wanted to stick with the theme because this Superman is also on Supergirl. So they're probably like, well, he's on Supergirl, so let's make him Superman. But yeah, maybe he'll change my mind within the course of the show. It is what it is. I can't change the casting at this point. But yeah, so back to, he goes to talk to Jordan, the one who's having problems, and his music's up loud. And yeah, basically he felt like he didn't really get through to him. I'm talking about Clark at this point. And yeah, it seems like he honestly doesn't want to be gotten through to be honest with you. Long story short, he missed a call from his mom in the morning, and his mom passed away. She had a stroke. And I was like, well, that was random. Like, why'd they just kill her like that? But I guess it set it up so that they can come back to Smallville and run the farm. So his mom dies, and they go back, and Lana and her husband, first of all, her husband was getting on my nerves with all the stuff that he was saying, because I was like, where does this man get off? Like, who is he? It was just a lot going on with that husband. But yeah, he basically seems upset because everybody's leaving the town. It's like, bro, like, nobody told you that you had to stay there forever. Like, people get mad when you leave your hometown. Like, what if you want to live somewhere else? Like, just because you grew up in a certain place does not mean that you are slated to die there. Like, you don't have to stay there your whole life. Like, there's this thing called planes and cars, people. It gets people from point A to point B. But anyways, yeah, so he was acting like really mad. And for an adult too, I'm just like, you're acting really immature, dude. But anyways, he was just like, yeah, people keep leaving, blah, blah. And there's somebody there who's obviously a villain, who's buying up all these family farms for some reason. What I'm interested in is how much Lana knows. That's what I'm interested in, because Lana was talking to Clark about the farm, and then her husband's like, yeah, if your mom something, like, she spilled the beans. So the next day they go obviously to the bank, and she tells them that, hey, your mom took out a reverse mortgage, so you have to pay off this amount, or we can give you like a payoff amount or something like that. But the reason why she did it is because Martha was such a like high held spirit in the community, and she was helping out other people. It wasn't necessarily her. And it was also something that she didn't talk to Clark about, which I thought was kind of interesting. And the only reason I say that is because I don't want to say I'm a huge fan of Superman, but I do love Superman, and specifically the Superman show from the 90s. I don't know if you guys watched that show or not, but it's called Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman, which stars Dean Cain and Terry Hatcher. And in the show, Clark has a very super close relationship with his parents. And I haven't read the comics, although I would like to, but I'm sure he probably has a very close relationship with his parents in the comics. Comment down below if you know, or if you don't know, whatever. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting that she didn't tell Clark that she had done that, maybe because she felt like he was away or whatever the case was. She didn't tell him that piece of information. And so when she dies suddenly, it's like, well, he has to make this decision. Obviously, he makes the decision to come back to Smallville. I thought that the kids would be more upset that they decided to just come back to Smallville, and I think they're like freshmen in high school, which means that maybe they are excited to go to a different school. I don't know, because the middle school that I went to was connected to the high school, so the same people I went to middle school with are the same people I went to high school with, so it wasn't really that different for me. But it would have been interesting if I had moved somewhere else and, you know, got to know different people. But yeah, that was interesting, as well as the fact that Jordan has the powers and not Jonathan. That was also interesting. I'm glad they added that little plot twist in there, because I'm sure everybody was thinking like, oh yeah, like they both got powers, or Jonathan has to have powers, you know what I'm saying, because he's the good son. But yeah, I like the actor who plays Jonathan. I like both of the actors who play the sons. The one who plays Jonathan specifically, I saw him in the Kerry Washington show. Kerry Washington and Reese Witherspoon did a show on Hulu called Little Fires, which is based on a book. They did that show and he's in the show. So yeah, or it's called Little Fires Everywhere, I'm sorry. But yeah, that's where I know him from, so I was kind of familiar with his face. And also, I was happy that they let the Jordan talk to the girl and kind of like get to know her. It was also a plot twist that she had a boyfriend, because I'm thinking the whole time, I'm thinking like, yeah, she's single because she out here. I don't say she out here, you know, being fast or whatnot, but she was out there, like she was talking to this little boy like, yeah, I'm interested, you know what I'm saying? Like she kind of was. Not saying that she was out there, I'm just saying she seemed interested to me. And if she seemed interested to me, I'm sure she seemed interested to other people who watched the show. But anyways, yeah, so she had a boyfriend. Plot twist, he was black. And Her dad is the firefighter in the town. So yes, it's turning out to be like an interesting show. I'm ready for them to go to the school and see like what that's about. I think this will be an interesting dynamic because everybody has different things going on. The fact that Clark got fired, that was kind of messed up, but the fact that they're moving back to Smallville, that's also very interesting. So yeah, I'm interested to see where this show is going to go. Maybe in my next review slash recap or whatever, I'll talk about episodes 2 and 3 together because I think they're about to release episode 4, but I wanted to at least talk about my, thoughts on this first episode. I thought it was a good first episode. Also, I can't leave out the villain who at the end we saw was a bald-headed black man. I kind of recognize the voice, but at the same time I don't recognize the voice, and I don't want to look anything up because I don't want no spoilers or nothing. So yeah, I'm interested to see who the villain is. And then they called him Dr. Luther. So I'm wondering if anybody, like, if this is based off the comics, please let me know. Or is this new? Like, is this from Smallville? I wasn't too into Smallville when it came out. I got into Smallville later, but I also didn't finish Smallville. So yeah, if you guys have any thoughts, comments, or concerns about this show and you want to talk about it, please jump down in the comments below because I would love to chat about it with you guys. And I will see you guys in my next video. Thanks for watching, you guys. Bye.